Hello, everyone. How are you feeling, String?
I'm okay. I don't know where this is going to go, but I had some questions.
We're drinking gin.
It's just a very light gin because we got kids coming soon. What questions do you have?
So,
What do you want to know?
okay. So, first thing, over there, what did you relax? Why did you agree to do this?
Because you needed content, and you had an idea. I don't remember how it came about. Well, and it ended up being, oh, what about if we drink gin, and we talk? And I said okay, and then there were some questions that came in from the women in claimed. I don't know what they are.
You have been on the podcast twice already, and I think we have talked about relationships in general and stuff like that. But I wanted to do something different for the podcast where we talk more about our relationship and how things work in our marriage and our dynamic with kids and everything else. Because, I don't feel that our relationship is special or different.
I don't think it's special.
Well, I think it's pretty special. But I know that it is different because the women in my program are asking me about it and my girlfriends are asking me. We have my friends staying over. We haven't seen each other for 7 years. And our phone conversation this morning, how we talked about the kids and the dinner and then the business. And, she was present in the car as I was driving and talking to her. And after that conversation, she said, oh my God, your communication and how you talk to each other is amazing. You just flow and things are working well. And
It doesn't flow all the time. Yeah, today we're cool. Everything's good. Most of the time.
It's not like this always. I think when it comes to kids and our relationship and dinner, whatnot, whatever, it flows most of the time. But when it comes to business, it's a different conversation. I was like, yeah, no, it's not always like that. Anyway, so that's why I thought to do this. I think it would be fun. Everyone who's listening, and I have some juicy questions for us. But today, you don't know what's coming, but because it's my show, you're hiring as a guest. Today we're going to talk about you, String, because you've been on the podcast twice, and I think there's going to be some new information from you too. I'd like to talk to you about you as a man, So, first question, let me ask this again. You've asked this before, but I'm curious. What do you find attractive? What do you find attractive in your wife, String?
Well, you're happy most of the time. You laugh at my jokes. The same answers I've given before. You're really easy to get along with.
Well, there's a lot of women in the world who are happy and easy to get along with. Why did you choose me? Well, I know I chose you, but then...
Out of desperation. Did that come out of your nose? You got it still done.
Yeah, but I did to be drinking gin. Maybe I should rephrase this question. What do you find attractive in me specifically, say, compared to other women that you knew, that are around you?
What I find a bit attractive now?
Attractive, yeah. Yeah, no, not 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about initially, so that's why I'm trying to connect.
Well, my question to all men is, what do you find attractive in a woman? And you started saying, easygoing.
Okay, good looking, hot ass, and pretty chilled.
Okay.
So if you got those, easygoing and pretty chilled are the same.
Good looking, hot ass, and pretty chill.
Yeah.
So good looking, hot ass, and easygoing. 2/3 of this are all about looks.
Yes. Well, you asked me that question, a lady in the community who said, if you found the perfect woman, so she's perfect, but you're not attracted to her, what do you do? And my answer is, well, she's not perfect.
She's not perfect if you're not attracted to her.
Yeah. Because it's like trying to make someone fit into what your ideal reality is, where it's not. If you're not attracted to someone...
I found it so interesting to think about this because As women, when we talk about men, first and foremost, we talk about be like how he's taking care of me and taking me to all these restaurants and he's pursuing me. And, he's ticking all the boxes, like he has a good career, he's a great guy, all of these stuff. He's perfect, but you're not attracted to him.
Yeah.
But when I asked you, and this is why you're kind of my...
It's the hot crazy matrix.
Yeah, it's the hot crazy matrix.
Yeah.
Where for men, it's like the attraction to the woman is a prerequisite even before anything else. And attraction is...
I don't know if it's for all men. No, but I'm speaking for myself and probably for most men. Yeah. I don't, yeah. But it doesn't mean that, if I find a woman unattractive, another man isn't going to find her attractive.
No, I'm talking for you, obviously. Yes. Can attraction grow? Because, for a woman, I always tell my clients, like, yes, I was attracted to you, but then a few things happened, like really bad sex and stuff like that in the beginning. And then I was like...
This is my signature move. You can only go up from there.
Yeah. And I always tell women, give him chances, allow himself to show. Because, I told you, like, stop wasting your time on me. Like, I was done with you. But then you kind of sneakily kept pursuing. And then my attraction grew to you again. Because I was initially attracted to you, but then everything kind of dwindled. Your signature move. For you, do you think that attraction could grow or no?
Attraction to a woman?
Yeah. Like, if you're not attracted to her initially, could you become attracted to her?
Yes. I mean, it doesn't mean, like, if a woman is drop dead gorgeous, you'll be attracted to her regardless. But if she's, like, she doesn't have to be stunning good looking, because that's just physical. But once you get to know someone, yeah, you can become attracted to a woman. If I find her physically not attractive, then it would be no. I couldn't go beyond that step to say, okay, I want to have a relationship, no matter how cool she is. Like, she might be, like, it's your example. Oh, he's so perfect. Everything is great. He's a perfect guy, but I'm not attracted to him physically.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even. The difference. What I'm trying to get to is like the difference between how women approach dating and how men approach dating. For women, attraction can grow. So, for example, even if you're not attracted to the guy initially, the way he communicates with you, the way he pursues you, the more you see him in different things, you realize that, like, attraction can grow in time. So you might meet someone, you don't find him attractive, but then as time goes on and you see this man really, I've heard plenty of stories in the program where, women meet this guy who's like shorter than her, not attractive, or something else. And then as time goes on, they get to know each other. She starts to be attracted to him based on who he is and potentially the amount of resources that he provides. But for a man, I guess it's different, because if you're not attracted initially to a woman in terms of how she looks, you wouldn't even pursue her into a relationship or into anything serious.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. But with the other side, like, if a woman is initially not attracted to the guy, and then if he keeps pursuing, there's always a chance. Unless she's like, okay, this is a no-go. I will never be with you. I mean, with you, I was pursuing you. Like, yeah, you told me, stop wasting your time and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, yeah. But I think I'm pretty cool, so I just think it's only a matter of time for you to realize that I'm cool. But I've done this in the past when I've pursued girls, and it hasn't worked out. But in my head, I always think there's always a chance.
Right. So that's because the guy pursues, he has that chance. It's really interesting how those dynamics are different, how this plays out. What else do you like in a woman? What makes a woman attractive and different for you than, let's say, a dude? Maybe I should ask it like that.
Why is a woman more attractive than a dude to me? What was the question?
Like, I'm asking about why is a woman attractive to you? Maybe you never thought about that.
I don't.
Here's the time.
What makes a woman attractive? Is it the initial, or when you already found her attractive and you're seeing to go to a relationship?
Both. Is it the same answer? Great.
No, because if a woman doesn't getting along with my family is a big thing. So when you came, my family, I was so proud, and they were so proud. So they were, oh my God, he's finally gonna get, he's got, and you slotted in really quickly, and they loved you, and they still love you. It was really easy, and then for me, that just made it even easier. But even if I guess even if they said, "Oh, I don't like her," not that they ever would, I don't think I'd take their.
How much ambition and a woman's intelligence, like intellectual, let's say, an ambitious woman, a driven woman, how much does that play into what you find attractive?
Well, I didn't know how ambitious you were when we met. It's not as if we're on a date and you're like, so what do you want to do? Do you want to change the world? What's your plan?
So let's start how we met.
My version or your version?
Let's start with yours.
We met at a meetup. I was the last one to arrive. So it was you, the 3 other guys who were all working online.
Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah, in Colombia.
Yeah. What were you doing in Colombia?
Uh-huh.
Okay, should I answer that?
To learn Spanish and meet beautiful women. And it worked out. It was fun. I mean, for me, my intention, I wanted to learn Spanish. As soon as I landed, I booked into the university, working during the day, studying Spanish, and hanging out with a whole bunch of people who were working online.
And then there's this meetup where you met the love of your life.
Yeah, I met you, and there was a Slack group. Remember at the time? I don't know if you organized it, someone else organized it. So I checked you out before that. So I remember you had a photo with you're wearing a red dress. I was like, oh, who's this girl? Okay, cool.
How did you check me out?
Just on the profile picture. Well, okay, she's pretty cute. It's worth going here. My intention wasn't to go there and meet you, but I knew you were going to be there, and then we just started chatting. And I knew something about Moldova because I think that surprised you, because you said nobody knows anything about Moldova. I said, oh, are you from Chisinau? And you, oh, wow, you know
That was your first move.
Was it?
I don't know.
Oh, but it was like, there was a connection. Okay, this guy knows something. And I was older than the other guys.
And what did you think of me and that meetup?
I was like, you're cool. But I didn't get to know you because there were 5 of us there.
Yeah.
When
did you tell me you thought I was like too cool or something?
Yeah, because you weren't paying me attention, but it also wasn't the environment to pay attention. You were loving life. You just arrived a few days before.
Yeah.
Or 2 or 3 days before. I arrived a week or so before. So it was all very new, and you're pretty cool. Everything's new. I didn't know anything else about you. You weren't paying me any attention, so I didn't think anything of it.
And did you, like, in your mind, did you have a plan or anything, or you were just...
I always have a plan. Yeah, but that crosses a guy's mind. If there's an attractive woman, it crosses your mind. Okay.
So you found me attractive. Why did you find me attractive? Good looking, hot ass, and what else?
Well, I didn't know about your...
You didn't see my ass.
I didn't see your ass. No. I didn't know you well, but then we went to a bar after that. I remember I took you on a salsa. I said, oh, I can salsa. And you were like, I can't, on the dance floor. And then you realize soon, oh, this guy can't salsa. And we're in Colombia. And everyone else can salsa except for this guy. Yeah, I don't know. What happened after?
I can't remember.
We were chatting. I mean, we were chatting because...
Like, we were in WhatsApp and stuff. I mean, I remember I went to this event. I mean, similar to you, I was looking to learn Spanish. I wanted to learn Spanish. I always wanted to visit Latin America. And up until that point, I was traveling for about 9 months by myself and working remotely. And I lived in Asia and all these countries. I always wanted to go to Latin America. And yeah, Medellin was this place. And I was so scared to arrive in Colombia. And then there was this meetup. And we just went. I just went. And I was the only girl. and then you arrive. I knew you were older, but I knew your accent. So I knew you were Aussie. So that was attractive.
Oh, yeah.
And you're also older. So it's just kind of like, I think that there's just the vibe. You didn't pursue me hard. So like you didn't message me the next day and say, hey, let's go for dinner. I want to get to know you or whatever. Like,
Yeah, but that's part of strategy as well, what I learned. And it was from the game and Ross Jeffries. Like my first exposure.
pick up artistry. So what's
Yeah.
that?
Don't show that you're overly eager. Don't show that you're really interested. Otherwise, I lay out all my intentions, show you all my cards at the beginning, and then you can say,
And what?
and then you can say yes or no.
So what's the problem with that?
It's better to show myself in situations rather than go, hey, do you want to go to dinner with me? Because if I say, do you want to go to dinner with me? You can say yes or no. And I wasn't like, met you, like, okay, I'm just going to pursue. Because I didn't know. We just met each other that night. So it wasn't like I go clean.
I always found it really interesting, that whole dynamic between us in the beginning, because, and I think I speak for a lot of women, they get confused. You definitely disarmed me in a way where I thought you were not interested. It was strange to me because I knew that if a man is interested in me, he will pursue me.
And how did that go in your past relationships?
Well, see, thirdly, so a lot of women get confused when the guy, like they know something's there, but the guy isn't pursuing, like hard, so to say, or waiting for the right moment or whatever. And we even talk about, in the coaching calls, well, if he's not pursuing, then he might not be interested, because the indication of interest is in the pursuit. When you like someone, he likes you, he's going to call you. He's going to ask you for a date. But maybe...
But it doesn't have to be the next day.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the next
So it's like, yeah, we did go on a date later. We did catch up later. We did do these things. But it doesn't mean like, oh, I met you.
Yeah.
Hey, had a wonderful time. Or would you like to go to dinner with me after meeting someone, right? Because for me, it's stating the intention immediately. I think it's a fear of rejection as well. It's a yes or no. Would you like to or not? No. And that's the end.
What advice would you give, knowing how like you operate? What advice would you give to women maybe listening and wondering like, oh, this guy isn't pursuing me hard. Is he interested or what? Should she ask him if he's interested? There's all these questions.
No. Well, you just go about your life. But that's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did. When there's something.
Yeah.
By, like look and whatever. Like I knew, like you can feel it. So you can feel.
You felt the energy.
I felt it, no, but I did.
Yeah.
And that's why it was confusing to me that you didn't. No, but it wasn't like, you did that 3 days later. You just didn't. You just sneakily were working in the same cafes that I was working at.
But we were chatting.
Yeah, but it was friendship. We were chatting, but it was neutral. You were like, hey, what's up? What's happening? Okay. So there was no like romance there. You kept it neutral and I was confused. So there was something there, but your pursuit wasn't a pursuit. Like you were just kind of laying low.
I'm not very good at the game.
No, you're kind of laying low and kind of waiting for the right moment, I guess.
Like a vulture. Wait for the prey to break a leg and then I'll come in and scoop her up. We went very soon after that to the park at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. We're hanging out. I think when we went to the top of the mountain, this was, I think, the first time when like there was something more. We knew something was more here than just friends.
But tension is fun.
No, it wasn't tension. It was confusion.
Okay.
And shit for you. It was confusing for me. Because I was like dating other guys too. How did you feel about that actually?
I didn't even think about it because we weren't together.
Yeah, I know. But didn't you think like, oh, if I don't get her.
When I wanted to, when I got to know you and then I wanted to be with you, that's when I cared. But before that.
Okay. So you're like in Colombia, living your life, having fun. I know you were also there, as you said, to learn Spanish and meet beautiful girls and whatever else was there. So you're kind of hanging out. We go to this mountain and then some attraction, whatever. And then, well, how did Rio Negro happen?
So a friend of yours, so girl that you met had, what was it, her uncle's farm or something, like a coffee farm.
Yeah.
We were going to go there. It was a 4-hour trip. And I said, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we got a scooter and go there to go by the road, explore.
Yeah. So you design a strategy. You're like, let's go there. You're into
Well, I wanted to do it regardless because I thought, oh, what am I going to do? Catch a bus from Medellin into this town and just be on a bus, or get the scooter and ride it.
Yeah, and invite me and then pack your toothbrush as well.
Yeah, well, that didn't go through. So the 4-hour drive didn't go through. And then I said, well, I've already found the scooter place. Do you want to go to Rio Negro? Because I looked up where was Pablo Escobar from. And then you said, oh, yeah, let's go. I think it was a Saturday. I got the scooter.
And you packed your toothbrush.
I packed my toothbrush and a T-shirt.
Day trip, and this guy packs his toothbrush and change of clothes.
Yeah, that was, it was planned. So the lesson here is, if a guy invites you out on a day trip, just know that there's a high chance that he's probably
planning for an overnight trip, hoping
for. Yeah, I wasn't planning. I prepared for it just in case.
There's always a tiny little hope.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's smart.
All right. So we arrived in Rio Negro. What I remember from Rio Negro, we kind of had a bit of fun, like we walked around. And I remember in that moment when we were at this bar and we were drinking aguardiente, which is like a
rum.
I called it whatever. It was disgusting. It was like there were these limes and this vodka, this aguardiente. And I remember I was sitting across you and I was like bored out of my mind.
Yeah. And now you're married to this guy that bored you out of your mind.
I was sitting there and I'm like, I don't know why. It was just boring. I think we were nervous.
If I think back on it, I didn't know where it was leading to. And it was also, I couldn't drink.
Leading it anywhere. That's why you didn't know where it was leading.
Well, I had a little bit of the aguardiente and you were bored and you said, well, you should drink more. Or something like along those lines. I said, I can't because we need to ride back.
Yeah, but were you nervous being with me then?
I didn't know where it was going. So I didn't know, okay, are you interested or not? Was I nervous?
Am I interested in what? In sleeping with you or in you?
In me. Yeah, because I didn't know, we weren't anywhere close to sleeping with each other.
Okay, did you try to get me interested in you?
Run.
Not really. We were just going around exploring the town.
Yeah, so again, I don't understand what the hell happened. Like,
but why do I need to impress you at every single location?
Sort of a woman that you like. You're not just kind of like.
But wouldn't you see that if a guy's always just trying to impress you and this and that?
Well, not impress me, but like, pull my hand and sit me on your lap or something and tell me a joke and like, I don't know, tickle me. Like, I want to be pursued and like, I want to be like conquered, It didn't conquer.
You didn't look ticklish. I don't know. Well, what would happen at the time? I was like, confident, like, come over here. Sit on my lap.
Yeah. You don't mean to slap me, but,
Okay. I know in my future life how to treat women. If I'm interested, just slapping, smack the bum.
I slapped you. I said, like, hey, let me tell you a secret. Or like, make it fun, make it a game. Like, take me somewhere, like, throw me on the wall and kiss me. Or like, hey, you know what? Let's go here,
It sounds like, is this your therapy you're trying to piece together? How did I marry this man who had no game and now I have 2 children with him? How did it happen? Why is my life like this? Is that what?
God, this is just day one. We've got like 4 more days to go. No, but I think they're telling this story. Wait. Did you want gin?
No.
This is important. We didn't even get to like the worst part of this, which was after this whole thing, you said, I want to go to a different town. Mr. Boring now wants to go to a different town.
Is that what happened?
Well, how did you get us to stay overnight?
No, we're already in Rio Negro then.
Yeah.
From what I... no, because we saw that town. We had lunch in the town next to Rio Negro. We came back, we're sitting at that outdoor area, the little cafe, drinking aguardiente, and then you were bored.
So you knew I was bored.
Yeah, because you didn't seem that interested, and then you said, "Oh, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep drinking, or are you going to keep drinking?" I said no. But I said, "Well, I can't because I need to ride back.
Yeah.
It's either that or we stay." And then you said, "Well, if you stay, you know what that means." And I said, "Well, I can control myself, but I don't know what that means." This is objection handling. This is the takeaway selling.
Yeah, so at that point, I was like, I'm kind of bored here, but I'm in Colombia. We're doing this thing. Like, I know we're probably going to have sex, but YOLO, whatever. It was just, part of me wants to say I shouldn't have done it. Man, that's probably the advice that I would give a girlfriend or a woman who comes in. Well, this guy's really boring. Not really, but he's kind of boring. Like, should I sleep with him? I'd probably say no.
That says a lot about your standards at the time.
Yeah, true. I was also quite young, but anyways, so we get into this hotel room. It was like a bad hotel room, but granted, there was nothing else. It was just the local kind of.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot. It's a small town.
Yeah.
We just looked for something that said hotel.
Yeah. And so we get in there. There was this, whatever, you kind of told me, oh, do you want some massage, whatever. So I tell this story everywhere. Maybe I didn't tell it straight to your face, but I tell this story everywhere that our first, like that night, the sex happened, but it was really bad. Like bad. You cry.
It hurts every.
What did you think of that night?
Well, the sex, it wasn't great, but I didn't think much of it.
For men, any sex is better than no sex.
Yeah. I mean, it ended up like as it did, and then we went back the next day. But I didn't know that you weren't interested after that. I was completely oblivious.
But you knew I was bored, and then I guess the fact that I stayed overnight and we had sex to you was an indication that, oh, maybe something's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I, the next morning, recorded a message to my girlfriend, and I said, oh my God, Lisa, I thought that men at 40 knew what they're doing in bed. Apparently not. Like, it was so bad. I never want to see this guy again.
You're ruining my chances if you ever divorce me. One of these future.
No, that's it. You're stuck with this one. Well, I guess this is all, on record. So something really weird happened where we kind of, like, again, it was all like so confusing. And, I was dating other guys and we kind of went to this bar. I remember we were at the bar and you were with some other guys and you didn't even buy me a drink. Like, you didn't even come, and it was just bad. You still have this bad habit of not asking me for a drink when we're at a party or whatever.
At the time, I was there. I walked to the bar with my friend. He was there next to me, and I said, do you want a beer? He said, yes.
Yeah. But weren't you aware that there was a girl?
Oh, no.
Like, yeah, okay, and then I came, and you just kept playing, like...
I don't remember what.
Yeah,
but
it was all really, really, like, it was bad. I was like, who is this guy, and why is he around me? And, like, no.
No now, but yes later.
Yeah, so I think what we should just end here for first episode, because in the next episode we will reveal how did this whole confusion and bed sex and just everything was really bad, how did it end up with us falling in love and marrying each other?
Yeah. I'm wondering the same thing now. How did it happen?
Well, you know how it happened. That's what's waiting for all of you in the next episode.
In part 2.
It's
Do you still get bored with me? You still sit there and go, oh my God.
No, it's like I'm excited when we go together for a meeting. I'm never bored with you. Like I could just hang out with you forever. And then our sex is getting better and better. Like
That's the key.
and it's
Just make sure that first one is really bad. Everything else is good.
so, ladies, next episode, Strig and I will reveal how all of this turned around. The next video is going to be here. We're going to go to part 2 of